Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham, HaRachak Wadash, double honors be to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, who rule well, and to us this 100% truth. Much peace and blessings be unto you, O fool. Let that push not this word of thought, truth, and sincerity. To all you Akim, I do say Shalom. I am the Akira. I'm coming in with the quick hit. I'm entitled with emphasis. No crap, the Bible was written by man. And that's with an exclamation mark at the end. Because one thing to know is that these people sure love to use that statement, to argue the fact that this thing of ours is a so-called man-made religion. This book that we hold is all fictional and whatnot, to use as an excuse to remain in wickedness, man. And because one thing I know about these fucking, excuse my French, but one thing I know about Jake is that, they rather cleave onto the ways of vanity. They rather cleave onto the ways of Buddhist teachings and whatnot, some vain-ass philosophy from the modern-day world, rather than the truth, 100% truth, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding given to you by Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, knowledge that comes from the heavens above, and not some, man-type crap, Hey, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. The Lord don't put the Spirit upon you. You guys to receive it. But digressing back, I wanted to go into the fact that, the scriptures implicitly state the fact that the scriptures are written by man. But what these people try and do is that they try and twist it up and make it sound as if it's fictional, right? But no, the Lord commanded his men to, write the records down. At the end of the day, and I don't want to ramble on for too long, but at the end of the day, what the Lord intends is to keep that same mentality that this is a so-called man-made religion. So, the majority of you guys won't receive this truth, man, because the Lord ain't dealing with the masses of you, right? The Lord ain't dealing with everybody, and that's how the scriptures, like in Isaiah the 6th chapter, we teach, but you guys ain't gonna receive this word, ain't gonna receive, the Spirit to understand these things, because the Lord don't want you, but the precept I want to get out will be in the book of Jeremiah, the 36th chapter, which is an example because there's tons of scriptures that the Bible where it goes into the Lord commanding his men to write the records, man. So Jeremiah 36:2, take thee a roll of a book and write therein all the words that I have spoken unto thee against Israel and against Judah and against all the nations from the day that I spake unto thee from the days of Josiah even unto this day. Now this is just an example right here to bring out, because the Lord ain't gonna come down here himself, man. Him being this omnipotent power, the Most High, right? The supreme, holy being, the supreme spirit in existence. He ain't going to come down here on his own in the flesh. And then write the record after every single event takes place. Like when David, when Joab slew Absalom during the time of David. Or when Pompey ransacked the temple. Hey, the Lord going to come down here after every single event and write the record down. Right, for our sake, no, or right, because it would have been written in recorded. We got something else, recorded history, written history, which goes to show you everything that went down. From 4,000 to 3,000 BC on all the way to this point, 2024 AD, right? And there's no account within written history of a supreme being coming down, a celestial being coming down from heaven, caught in the mountains, writing a book. There's no account of that. The Lord gonna come down here and be like, all right, come over here, be my people. Hey, be attentive, And I'm gonna teach you what went down the other day. No, right? Hey, the Lord don't do like that. That's why he has servants to prophets, man. A king ain't gonna come down here to do the work himself. He's gonna have servants to do that, right? Hey, he commands. That's how he rolls. Isaiah the 55th chapter is an example, going into, his word going forth. There's another precept I want to get out into that, which fits more into this lesson. I forget the precept, though. But, there's tons of precepts going into the Lord commands with this, and his word does not return to him. His word does not return to him void until it accomplishes what the Lord desires, man. That's basically what I'm trying to get at. And with that being said, he commands his servants, the prophets, to write the records for our sakes, man. Hey, look at John the Revelator. Didn't Yahweh Shai command him to write the records of everything you saw in those visions back 2,000 years ago? Yeah. And whose sake was it for? For our sake, man. You know, it was written for our sake. That's in the book of Romans, the 15th chapter, verse 4. You know, it says, for whatsoever thing were written aforetime being archaic, term for the word before time, if you will. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning. Right? Learning, if you look into that word, a quick definition in the Google search, will be the acquisition of knowledge or skills through experience, study, or by being taught. And we study and we're taught too, right? And we're taught from the apostles, no less on down from GMS, right? So written for our learning that we through, and those same spirits, man, were the same spirits that wrote the records, man. What's it called? The Apostle Paul. And we believe that to be a previous incarnation of the now elder Apostle Tahar. Right? I believe it. I can believe it. You know. So for whatsoever things were written aforetime are written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. And that's the thing Yahweh Shai, what's it called, promised was, what's it called, the Comforter, which was, hey, this Bible, right? And it's a whole compilation of certain books the Lord preserved for our sake, man. And because if you realize, I forget what precept it was, the book, it was in the Apocrypha, and even the Lord spoke it to Moses, if I'm mistaken, wanting to hide certain things from the people, man. So there's a lot of, what's it called, things we don't even know ourselves until that great day when the elect be delivered and we be transformed into what's it called, a twinkling of an eye, and you get that immortality, you get that spiritual body. It would what's it called, use up 100% of your mind. And only then you will be able to, what's it called, remember everything, right? Hold, possess all the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. But as of right now, we can't. You know, so there's a lot of works out there y'all missing. You know, we'll see if they'll come back in the kingdom. But right now, we only have a select few books that the Lord preserved for our sakes, compiled into what's now the Holy Bible. Right? And it does comfort us. You look at the Psalms and various pieces like that. Read the, what's it called, the scriptures about the promises. Jeremiah 29 and 11. If I'm mistaken, it was 10 or 11. Went into our unexpected end. For all the crap that we go through, eventually we're going to get the good. And that's an expected end that the Lord promised us. Hey, those things, what's it called, comfort us, man. And those things give us hope, man, right? All right, so next piece that I want to get would be the book of 2 Timothy, the 3rd chapter. You know, just a varying precept. To that, Scripture said that the precept be upon precept, right? So 2 Timothy 3:16, all scriptures given by inspiration of Yahweh Ba'ashim Shine is profitable for doctrine. All right, doctrine is a teaching, right? You know, not some, what's it called, you know, with GMS and the like-minded brothers, man, you know, which really the truth came from GMS, from the apostles and others on down. And we have the, what's it called, 100% truth. You know, all those other camps out there, they got the Temu truth. I take that back, Temu's pretty reliable. They got the wish truth, you know, the wish version of truth. They got the wish version of the truth, man. You know, they got the wish version of these doctrines. They got the knockoff doctrines, man. And that's why the word how about Shemel Shai, what Kahalalim like how about Shemel Shai, you know, for giving us what's it called, hey, the spiritual, what's it called, understanding, man. Really, in a sense, this is what's it called, a form of spiritual power, as the Akim say, you know. Continuing on, and it's profitable for doctrine, for reproof meaning correction, or just another way, or reproof, or actually look into the definition. I know they're all synonymous with each other. All right, looking into that word, reproof, in the, what's it called, Greek. All right, goes back to the Greek word.
Strong's G 1650, elechas. Elechas.
All right, so elechas. Though it's spelled elechas, but it's elechas. Pronunciation was. But in that line, the biblical usage, it does say, a conviction, right? Refute, to find fault with, you know, like a rebuke. So, profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness. Hey, these scriptures are a guide, man, right? They tell us what to avoid and what to do. That's we're just going to our be circumspect, which means take no risk in certain things. And we have the knowledge of certain, things that we know we may be going off at. So we try and, prevent ourselves from, going anywhere near sin, right? I could use the same precept as, pretty man forsake the evil and hide himself, right? And we know we're going to go off, man, so we try and avoid that. Lord will. Just, discernment, things like that. Verse 17, that the man of Yahweh may be perfect through, and what's that word, perfect, man? And it goes back to, it means having all the required desirable elements, qualities, or characteristics as good as it is possible to be. Because we're being reformed from this, carnal last wicked man we once were, man. This, back in the world. Or different paths in life. Somebody could have been extremely wicked back in the world. But, all through Yahweh Shem Shai, we're being reformed. Thoroughly furnished, right? We're like a gold bar being, purified in the oven, in the furnace, right? In furnace of what? Adversity, man. It's called being tried. The Lord ain't gonna, deliver no, wicked ass Israelite, man. That's why, Apostle Paul was going to how no whoremongers, no adulterers, none of that shit. None of those people who inherit the kingdom, except for the men of the Lord, which are, being perfected thoroughly throughout time, thoroughly furnished unto all good works, right? But we understand we won't be perfect until, we get delivered. We trying to be like Yahweh Shai. All right, be holy as I am holy. But it won't be until that day, like the other Apostle Gabar went into, we have to wait till the spiritual body is, and we'll be like them. But, I just want to touch up on that. Just to do a little quick hit. Yeah, so again, no fucking crap. The Bible was written by men. It was highly emphasized in the scriptures. All right, the Lord, Yahweh Shai commanded his men to do so. But you're not supposed to twist it up and act like it's fictional. It's not some fucking fairy tale. Though it seems like it. But it's the truth, man, 100% true. All right, it was written by men, not just any type of man, but the men of the Lord, the servants of prophets. They wrote it down for our sake, man. So that's good as it is. I just want to touch up on that. Lord was edifying to the next one. I do say shalom.